Yay Networks.
Welcome back to Beeson with Brit. I'm your host, Brit Madrid-Mogensen. And in this episode, we are going to be talking about some astrological events that you need to know about to be successful, to make some plans. Just trust me, you're going to need to know this. So get out your calendar and prepare to write down these dates. From December 20th through May 16th of 2023, we have something really big happening in the cosmos. Jupiter, which has been in Pisces, is going to move into Aries. Now, if that doesn't mean anything to you, I don't blame you. It's a little complicated. We're just going to break it down and make it simple. When Jupiter was in Pisces, where it's been, we all felt a little bit confused. Okay. So if you've been feeling like a little bit confused at the end of 2022 about like which road to take, what's going on in your life, if things have just felt kind of like foggy in general, I'm going to say we should thank Jupiter in Pisces because that's just what happens during that transit. We're meant to all dive a little bit deeper into Pisces ruled themes like spirituality and faith in the universe, trust in ourselves, um, kind of like a live and let live, see what happens vibe. It's just meant to strengthen our ability to let things happen. And it can be hard, right? Because we like to control things. Well, if you have a lot of pent up desire to make things happen, you're in luck because as soon as Jupiter moves into Aries on December 20th, 2022, coming up, or actually, I think that's today, if you're listening, here we go. All right, now is your lucky day. So, this is when the energy shifts from a state of, being more spiritual, being more internal, kind of trying to let things roll off to a place where now, if we embody that Aries energy, we'll be in alignment. So, this is the time to take action, to be in your confidence, to be courageous, to say what's on your mind in a way that's like, respectful, right? We still want to because that's one of the downfalls, by the way, of Jupiter and Aries before we move on. Aries energy is so strong, right? And it is so bold and honest that one thing we have to be careful of during this transit is being too aggressive because that can actually, make our plans go to shit. But as long as you have balance, the universe will reward, the universe will favor the bold, especially during this time. So let's talk about some tips, some do's and don'ts during this Jupiter and Aries transit. Do do spend your time being honest, being bold, being outspoken. Aries is the sign that rules like the beginning of the zodiac wheel. So a lot of the time when you're in Aries energy, this is when you are possibly the only person who is on your own team. The energy that you are not afraid to start something new, to stand alone, to really be solid and solitary if necessary, like that is what we all have to get really comfortable with during that time. And that doesn't mean that we're not going to like have friends or whatever. It's really the idea that all of us are going to become more of our individual selves, and that's healthy, right? So it'll be like all of us working together, but being more individual, being more honest, being more upfront. That's what this transit is going to do. And the reason that that's happening is because after May 16th, Jupiter will then move into Taurus. And the next trend that we'll talk about in a later episode will be setting the foundation. So that's like earth sign energy, setting the foundation, our values, money, all of that. But during this time period, the focus is really going to be on the individual desires, the self. So don't be afraid to ask yourself during Jupiter and Aries, what is it that I want? Like, what really makes me happy? What lights me up? What is it that sets a spark in my soul? Aries energy is childlike. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's like considered the youngest sign. So think about like when you were a kid, like what, and we've had so many wonderful guests on the show talk about that, like Anna Grace Newell. If you want to re-listen to that podcast episode, that would be a great time to think about a lot of the things that she said. You know, being in that innocent, childlike energy of figuring out what really makes me happy and lights me up. People who do that during this transit will be rewarded. If you are somebody who tends to, fall into the background, or if you have any sort of tendencies towards like codependence, or you know, being a people pleaser, or wanting other people to succeed at your own expense, there will be things that will probably happen during this time period to strengthen you and to transform your way of being. And that could be through conflict, through not getting what it is that you want and realizing, oh, I need to stand up for myself and I need to speak my truth, or through feeling like, maybe I'm just internally not satisfied. Like, it could be external things that happen, or it could come from inside of you. It just kind of depends on your chart. But basically, getting into a state of mind where you are ready to be courageous, ready to take action, ready to put yourself out there, that is going to be this energy. And we're not only going to see that within our own selves. When there's a Jupiter transit, it affects everyone. So this is going to affect things that are going on like globally, like the media. Okay. And I'm going to make these predictions and we can all see, if they come true. I love doing this. So during December 20th through May 16th of 2023, we can expect, I'm going to say in the media, to see more Aries themes. So I'm talking like television shows, movies, just like the way people dress, even. I think we're gonna see a lot more red, a lot more bold outfits. We're gonna see storylines and themes that center around a strong character who is, acting out of their own self-interest, someone who is like overcoming obstacles, people who are trailblazers. That is going to be a really big theme because that's just where we're all at globally. Like, we're all kind of learning the same lessons as a group, right? We're like a soul group here on earth. And so we're going to see those people rise to the top. And if you want to be successful in a certain area of your life, embodying more Aries energy in that part of your life. So let's say, for example, career. Let's say that you feel like in, 2022, your career was not doing as well as you would like it to do. And in 2023, you really want to get things off on a better note and you want to be more financially successful. I would say, starting at December 20th time period, all the way through May 16th, this is a time to start communicating respectfully, but allowing people to know what it is you want. Look for opportunities and ways to go above and beyond and make yourself stand out. I would say wear more red, whether because people will be subliminally even more attracted to red and like Aries energy. So like bright colors, bold attitudes, honesty. Just think about all the Aries qualities that you know about, all the positive Aries qualities, and really lean in and watch that part of your life transform. So speak up to your bosses, get out of your comfort zone at work. That will help you to change the energy of your career and put you in a different light. So, some affirmations that have to do, or well, oops, when we come back, I'm going to tell you guys about the Aries season affirmations that you can start doing in the mornings to get your mind right. When we are making a change, especially because all of us have been experiencing Jupiter in Pisces, which, like I said, it's more about like flowing and live and let live and let go and let God. And like those are all very Pisces themes. It's about like being in touch with the spiritual. And we definitely have to keep that energy as we, move into this Jupiter and Aries transit, because everything in astrology is about balance. But I will say that Aries energy is very different because it's about taking things from the spiritual realm to the earthly realm. Aries has to do with like your body and like think like the physical nature of your life. It's just very like it's like your basic needs, your basic desires, and allowing yourself to get in touch with those on a deeper level so that you can find success and happiness that is very tangible. It's like very real. So it's kind of like we're all just going to be coming back to earth a little bit. And when we experience that, by the way, my natal Jupiter is in Pisces. So I'm like, I don't know what the heck is about to happen when Jupiter goes into Aries because I've been pretty comfortable in this like dreamy state. So I'm gonna get probably gonna be a wake up call. I'll let you know. But during this time period, when things are shifting so much, like collectively, it can be really helpful to do affirmations and to get ourselves into a place where like we're actively focused on what we need to shift and like we're actively kind of feeding ourselves like these positive Aries affirmations. So let's talk about what those affirmations could be. And you can make them up for yourself, have fun with it. I like to write them on my mirror using like a dry erase board marker. Or you could do, on a post-it note, whatever works for you, or just say them in your head, right? So Aries is the I am. The phrase I am is associated with Aries. So it's all about your sense of self, your ego. That could be a positive thing or a bad thing if it goes too far, if we don't remember to, keep it balanced. But anything that has to do with I am is a really good Aries style affirmation. So things like I am courageous. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am unique. If there are any insecurities that you have, so like I said, let's say you're one of those people that, and I do this too. So I'll use myself as an example. I can be kind of a people pleaser. That's like my Libra South node in my chart. So for me, what I will probably tell myself as one of the affirmations will be something to counteract that people pleasing vibe. So I'll probably say something like, I am honest. I am outspoken. I am truthful. Things that help you to work on that, taking that negative aspect of yourself and turning it into a positive through the affirmations of I am during this Jupiter and Aries transit. I know this sounds so crazy. Like there's so many things to keep track of, but just remember I am phrases, I am affirmations during the Jupiter and Aries transit December 20th through May 16th. That will lead you to your success because, like I've said, with all of these different things that go on in the cosmos, when we bring them into our awareness, when we become mindful of them, it's like we kind of get ahead of things. Astrology, in many ways, is just a reflection of what's going on in our lives. It's kind of like holding up a mirror, right? So, like, you don't need to tell me necessarily that today is going to be a creative day. Like, I don't need to read that in my horoscope because I know that because I'm living it, right? We're creating today, we're doing things. But the idea of understanding and like having it kind of written down and knowing what your horoscope is, if I can read, okay, today's a creative day, it just gives you like a deeper sense of understanding and purpose. So it's kind of like, oh, I know I'm aligned. And for me, that just like sits really nicely like in my soul. Like I really like it. I like to know that I'm on track. And that's why I want you guys to like know what's going on because yes, you'll experience it whether you know it or not. But if you really do know the dates and you have this mindfulness, when you start to experience things like, feeling a little bit uncomfortable because all of a sudden Jupiter's in Aries and not in Pisces. So you feel like, oh, what I was doing for the past few months of kind of being more passive and just like kind of seeing what happens. Jupiter in Pisces is a very like generous energy. So like sometimes some people out there, if you guys are listening, you might have had like a lucky break or something happened that was just kind of like out of nowhere. Well, when we have this change and Jupiter goes into Aries, if you're not aware that that's just part of like the cycle of what's going on, you might feel like, okay, well, when I'm sitting back, I'm really not getting what I want. I'm starting to get passed over. This isn't working. Like I said, it's just a way to know, like, okay, well, here's what I need to do then to make it work. I need to get my I am affirmations on. I need to act like an Aries. I need to tap into my leadership qualities and not be afraid to get out of my comfort zone. And that's really for every single zodiac sign. So when it comes to having success, making more money, success, prosperity, love, even every area of our lives during this time period will benefit from you being more of an individual. This is a time to embrace you, like embrace yourself, which I love that. Like that's what Aries teaches us. Aries teaches us that we are all like unique individuals and that we are here for our own purpose. And during this time period, the gifts and the blessings and the success and the prosperity will go to those people who truly embody those Aries energy qualities. So I know you guys can do it. Good luck. I have faith in you. I know you'll be courageous. We're going to do this together. And I'm so excited. Let me know what changes for you during this Jupiter and Aries transit. I am so curious. I want to hear your stories and hopefully have some of you guys on the show so that we can share what's been going on for all of us during these transits. It's so fun to hear what's going on in people's lives. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys next Tuesday.